Right, good evening everybody and welcome to our Wednesday webinar. Tonight I'm going to do a short training following on from our training from last week, which was how to set up your Facebook selling group for your products. And sorry, Angela, has she been kicked out? Well, somebody's looking to get in the meeting and it's not told me.
It might be Donna.
It's Andrea, it's Andrea from my team.
Right, Angela's still here.
It's because Andrea and Angela, when I was talking,
yeah,
I couldn't see right. I start again, Lynn. Following on from last week's, I will tomorrow be posting the recording from this training, but first I will re-record the training from last week because it was breaking up, and when I started to listen to it, it really wasn't legible. So I'd much rather just very quickly do another short training. It's setting up your group. Now what I will say is these are very, very basic trainings. I'm trying to make it as basic and as simple as possible. But there are more advanced trainings to be out there if you need them. So last week it was setting up your group. So tonight what I'm going to cover is basically, how to promote your products plus the follow-up. Just waiting on the Rhinoceros behaving itself. Slideshow. Here's my slide. The same problem is the Zoom controls. I'll put them down the bottom. Slideshow is this. What's it saying to me? Upload your document. No, thank you. Try again. Slideshow. See, Dave, there's always complications when it's my training. My team will let you know that. Right, we'll put this video to the other side. And we've not got any picture of anybody talking. So there's nobody in the wee box. How did that happen? Right, so last week, as I say, was how to set up your Facebook group. So now is part 2, how to sell on Facebook, the follow-up. So it's how to sell on Facebook and the follow-up. And it's, as I said, it's in a very basic format. Right, so to generate more sales and to grow, sorry folks, camera's in front of the screen. Ah dear, it's because I've not got one person, I've got 3 people, so I just need to try and move my camera. It should go up the top, that's it. Sorry folks. Right, so to generate more sales and to grow our groups further, we advertise on Facebook Marketplace plus the buy and sell groups. And you may remember that from last week's training, I showed you how to post on the Facebook Marketplace and onto the buy and sell groups. So that is included in starting up your group, getting your group started. It's a good idea, as I said, to start locally at first. You can deliver the product, create a record, and leave a catalogue pack with them. But also tell them, I'll give you a wee phone when I'm ordering to see if you want anything. That way you can get their phone number and you can ask them to add you, which comes further on. You're looking, when you're adding groups daily, remember what I've said before, space everything out. You're looking for a minimum of 60 buy and sell groups locally, if you can, depending on your geography, to promote your products. But you want to keep adding to that, because you don't want to be putting your products in the same groups all the time. And sometimes if I've done a lot of advertising and I run out of groups, I don't mind going out with my local area. I still get sales and I can drop ship it. So it's entirely up to you. But I would say, keep going until you've got at least 60. But just keep adding a few groups every day. It'll just become part of your normal daily activity. And when adding groups on Facebook, be careful not to add too many up at once. This may flag up as suspicious activity, and remember to space everything out. Now, you will notice there is a repetition in our trainings, and that is deliberate. Repetition is the mother of success. So, you're new, let's say you're new to Facebook, or you're new to selling on Facebook. It's really, really important that you create a Facebook presence, but at the same time, remember that it is a social media. This is why we talk about spacing things out. Don't do too much too quickly, because first and foremost, Facebook's a social media, and so they want us to be visible as a social person as well as a business. So use your timeline for personal posts, photos and videos. If you're not a Facebook poster, start posting. Even if it's a positive quote, it doesn't have to be personal. Some people are quite private on their groups, on the Facebook, and you can post anything, but it's important to keep your own Facebook profile active, to like and comment on friends' posts, my posts, Kate's posts, Jane's posts, Joanne's posts, people you know. Comment on posts, buy and share groups, like and comment on non-post in the buy and sell post groups. Don't make it another network you'll get inundated. Make sure it's an anorak or a pair of DMs or something like that. Don't post on somebody else that's selling, because you'll get influxed. But you just don't comment like on a bike for sale or a car for sale. Share videos on your timeline. And I'll put a comment on them, but I didn't mean me comment on them. I actually read that back and I thought, it'll come back to me what I meant there, but it still hasn't come back to me. But you will comment on videos, but share videos on your timeline. Videos, it's well known to get more. 3 times, this is according to Facebook, by the way, this is not my statistics, get 3 times more interaction, and going live as well, more interaction. Going live, videos, I would say going live gets more interaction than videos. Videos does, according to Facebook, gets 3 times more interaction. So if you pop a funny video up, I take videos of the swans sometimes, they're really cute, I still have to post them, the baby swans, things like that. You know, you can just post videos because they do give you more interaction. And basically what you're wanting to do with Facebook is build up a footprint. Now what I mean by footprint is what I said last week about the algorithm. The algorithm is, if you just think about a laptop and the cookies, exactly the same thing, except the cookies do not control you. The algorithm controls you. That's the difference. The algorithm tells Facebook all your activities, and the more that you do on Facebook, the more that you can do with the selling. So that's why we say build it up gradually. And I will repeat that in a further slide. Now it's wanting to. Yeah, but that was you're coming across very quiet.
Can I ask a question, please, Liz?
Oh, that's louder.
Sorry.
Yes.
When you say like and comment on other people's posts and things like that, so that you're actually a member, does it count if you're commenting on? I mean, I belong to a few clubs, and that's primarily what I use it for. So on my various diving and kayaking clubs, if I'm commenting on those videos or posting on those, does that count? Even though
Yes.
it's not on my, it does.
Yeah, that's on Facebook. Yes.
Okay. Right.
It's interaction. It's just as long as you've been, and if you've been very active with other things, you might be able to go a bit faster with the Facebook selling. But I still say just stick to the system and not risk it. Don't risk getting a ban. But yes, everything is just like, you know, if you're commenting on the Team Velocity, on the A-Team, on the official group, you know, that's why we'll say welcome to the group, and we'll try and, you know, just do, you know, like, love that beautiful tree that Caitlin likes to hug, and Jane's pheasants, the the birds get or something else eats them sometimes, but we don't see that in video. Sorry, I should delete that part out. Right, the camera's now excluding my top line. I can't. Somebody tell me what the top line says. Tell me what the top line says, somebody.
Your own group and Facebook page, bracket, post your 6 to 10 products daily, close bracket.
Thank you. That came out much stronger for Dave there, because that's an important point. Because it doesn't matter how sociable you are, how many stories and things about yourself that you put on, and that could be, you know, just said before, taking your dogs, pictures of your dogs, your walks, enjoying the sunshine while you're working. This is me at work as you sit in the park. Doesn't have to be private things. But the important thing is consistency. Consistently post between 6 and 10. And the reason I've got between 6 and 10 is because you have to build up gradually. Maybe at the end we can chat to people who sell a lot online and see how many times they post on a daily basis. Kate's the most active, I would say, online. It's on tonight, and Angela as well is on, very active. Your Facebook wall, stories and reels, guaranteed maximum exposure. Now I'm talking about posting products on your wall, posting stories, the reels. I put up a reel of Rosie's birthday, my granddaughter's birthday, and this is not a lie. Within 10 minutes I had 500 views, and within half an hour it's had over 1,000 views, and it was just a happy birthday to Rosie. People must be watching the reels, so we must use the reels a bit more. That's a message to myself as well. Must use them a bit more because they do get a lot of views, and whatever you post it as I find it's better to post it as a post first with lots of pictures, because whatever you write then will be on the reel. So you could have to buy, please go to, I don't know if that makes sense, but we can talk more about that at the end if anybody's stuck. But they're getting the stories and the reels are getting a lot of exposure at the moment. But again, the Facebook marketplace plus your 20 buy and sell groups with the one post, me personally, that is where I get the majority of my sales. And if you're in the younger generation, well, that's maybe an insult to my older generation. If you're more technical minded, you might be using TikTok now. TikTok's massive and loads of people are using it. I am just not using it to its advantage. But send everybody to your group. No matter who you're speaking to, whether it's a comment, a friend, just send them to your group. Oh, by the way, if it's a friend, do you mind if I just share the link to my shop on your Facebook page or in the kayaking group or in the whatever it is you're in the when you first that's just another reminder, when you first get started, build up your activity gradually. Right, now we're going to go through how to build it. This covers how to build your group as well. In the last video, you're going to be adding friends, family, acquaintances, blah, blah, blah. It all makes sense when you see these two videos posted together. That was video 1, how to set up your selling group on Facebook. If they comment, now this is entirely up to you what you do here, but if they comment, I would definitely respond to a comment. Everybody should be responding to comments. Comments might be asking a question or showing an interest. So the first thing I do is I like the comment, and this notifies them that you've seen it. And then reply to the comment. Now I don't always answer the question in the comments unless I want other people to see the answer. I want to get them to personal message because I can correspond with them better, can build up a rapport, more chance of getting a sale. So I reply to the comment telling them that you'll message them, but also to let them know that you have a group. And tag them if you can. Most people that leave a comment on my post, I can tag them. It's very rare I can't. It's only when I'm doing my recognition Facebook won't let me in A-Team Rhino posts for some reason. I think that was something to do with my last ban. But she'll come up short to tell you why I got that one. But I always say I also have lots more lovely products at Lynn Mac's online shop here on Facebook. Please check me out, is what I'd probably add. Now, I used to put my link, but that is what I got a ban for because I used it too much. So the link is where it's facebook.com/groups/Lynn Mac's online shop. I did loads of posting one day and got a temporary ban for posting in groups, and it's the first ban I've ever had. An actual proper ban for being naughty because I'm always good on Facebook. But I really was doing it willy-nilly. Lynn Mac's online shop, it's okay, but if I put the link, it opens up my cover photograph. So I do prefer the link, but I don't like getting banned. So use it sparingly. But if they like the product, they might not comment. But again, if they like or love it, I always thank them for the like. And hopefully you can tag them. And I'll just say, hi Mary. Sorry Mary. Thanks for the like. I also have lots of lovely products at Lynn Mac's. I actually say thanks for the like. I missed a bit out here. If you would like more information or you would like to order, please message me. I also have lots more lovely products at Lynn Mac's online shop here on Facebook. Try the hashtag Lynn Mac's online shop and it wouldn't do the hashtag in my group either. So that's a bit strange. It might work for you to do hashtag in your group. But most people, most people will join to the hashtag. But other people in the group will also join. Other people, but also if somebody likes your post, and then that puts it back up to the top of the group again. And then if you comment saying, thank you Mary for the like, I've got lots of more lovely products, blah, 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 then again it's putting your posts every time somebody likes. So though you might be saying, hi Mary, thanks for the like, and then, hi Kate, thanks for the like, and it's the same or similar message, you might want to change it slightly. I'm just being kicked out. It's the same or similar message, as I say, you might want to change it slightly. I don't care. I thank people individually because it's boosting my post and it's good activity. It gives me nice, easy activity. So that's tagging bit. So but just basically the bottom line there is back to promote your group at every opportunity. And this is how your shop will grow. I do my group. It started off with 700 people because I stole hundreds of people from my friends' Facebook beauty shop. I just added all his friends and he piled them in for me. I started with 700, but it's now at 2,600. And that's been done by what Jane refers to as organic. It's built organically. It's not been done using a competition or if you add 10 people, there's a free prize draw. It's all been done with what you see on this page. Liking and loving, thanks for the like, thanks for the comment. It's just doing that methodically over a period of time. And I believe Mary's done pretty much the same. Sorry, my wee back and forward button's not working. I'm going to have to use the next one, which always ruins my recording. How to grow your group is what we've been talking about there. Keep your eye on the notifications. Routinely go through them, checking for the likes and the comments. And I have a system with this as well. Every system I have is pretty simple, but simple, duplicatable. You know if a notification hasn't been read, so I just make sure every single notification I go through about that. If it gets to about 10 or 20, I'll go through them, opening them up. Then you can do your likes and that, because it might be a post for Kate, it might be Jane, it might be somebody else in the team, so you can like and what have you at the same time, but you're looking for your likes and the comments on any of your products for sale. Do that 2 or 3 times a day, and always make sure you just keep up with these notifications. You can see them here. Just make sure they're all opened, and you've not missed liking or responding. And if I can't respond it right away, I mark it as unread. Right, so now we're going to follow on. So we've set up a group. We know how to post. We know how to share products. We're creating lots of activity. We're going to start getting people interested in our products. So I'm going to show you just a few examples. Now again, everybody's going to be different, and that's something maybe we can chat about. Always at the end of the training, we've got a few minutes to spare. We can chat about the people who are proactive online. But the one thing I would say, and you can nod or thumbs up if you sell online, if you agree or disagree, that when someone says, I'm interested in this item, it's not necessarily a sale. In fact, there's a 1 in 10 chance that typing that I'm interested in this item, which is a kind of banal. It used to be you could actually, Facebook would send that, so that's not so relevant now. It's not necessarily a sale. I'd maybe change that to 1 in 10 now, because Facebook used to do, can you remember when Facebook did an automatic reply? So you would just tick, I'm interested, and some people did it by mistake. They don't have that anymore, so you could maybe change that figure to the 1 in 5 that I have below. If they ask a specific question, example, what size, or do you have this in a double, choose the buying signal. Normally I would say around 1 in 5, but probably higher than that is going to be a chance of sale if they come with a question. But it's not always a sale. And the reason I'm saying this, it's really important that we inoculate you with exactly how it works. If you put 100 catalogues out, 10 people will probably look and you get maybe 1 order or 2 orders or what have you. We're pound the book roughly at the moment, I think. More than that for customer base, less than that, I think, for a first blanket drop. But it's just the same, it is numbers, and that's for people. They post a few products and then they'll leave it for a few days and then they post a few products. That is like what we call a fast or a blast. They may say yes and then change their mind. Oh yes, I'm interested, I want that one in the king size. I'm just going to speak to my daughter, see what colour she wants, then you never hear from them again. But no matter what the outcome is, always do 2 things. So if she says I'm going to get back to you and you see a few days later they've not got back to you, you can always say, oh, did you still want that item? Always ask them if they still wanted that item. And refer them to the link to my shop so they can join. Because I don't always send them the link while they're deciding on the first purchase. Now, I hope this is going to make sense on the next slide. I get the first purchase under my belt, sold, before I offer them the shop. If they want to add to it, they can, so they're not going to lose out on that delivery charge if there is one.
So once you've got your first order, you send them a
I'm
message.
speaking to you, Dave, and you said how much is the king size, and I'll say it's £16, so can I get one, please? I'll go through my script later, blah, blah, blah. So I've sold you one. Then I'll say, oh, by the way, I've got lots of more lovely products here.
Yeah.
And I'll give them the link to my shop, and I'll put a new paragraph and say, if there's anything else you fancy, I can deliver it with this order. That's the way I do it, so I don't lose first sale.
Excellent. Yeah.
Send them there, go away, the browse, and then come back to you.
And you mutter to yourself, you're my little puppy now.
Yeah, I want the dog first. Get the puppy dog in that house. Ask them if you know anyone who would be interested in a part-time work from home business and link it to your sponsoring group if you've got one. I personally use my selling group as a sponsoring group because they've got all the products in there, they can see how much, there's something there for everything, they can see the interaction, they can see that people buy. But I know that Kate uses a sponsoring group very successfully, which is something we can talk about that will be getting covered in the trainings. Future trainers, we're just going to go through the system. But that's the 2 things. Make sure they're in your your shop and ask them if they know anybody. If you've got a sponsoring group, say, do you mind if I add you to this group? You might know somebody that's looking for a part-time work from home business. And quite often people, funny, I got somebody who said to me, can I get this TV set? But they came through Marketplace. And then they said, I can't afford it till next week. And I said, that's no problem, I'll contact you next week. And then I went back and said, look, don't mind me asking, but, you know, I don't suppose you'd be interested in a part-time work home income. I told you to be my friend. And she said, I wonder what you were going on about, Lynn. I said, I didn't know it was you. You came through the Marketplace. But I still pitched her and she actually said, yeah. I would like that in king size. How much is that? You know, any questions like that. This is just my response. Sorry, Mary. But my middle name's Mary as well, so I'm picking on myself as well. Hi, Mary. I can get that in king size for you, and it's only £16 for this to be set. What colour would you like? And also, do you mind me asking where you're located? Because I want to know if it's a drop ship or I'm delivering it myself. Now this one's... Pardon? Well, that was a question for me. Sorry, so this particular lady said I'm in Deans, Livingston, so this is one that I would personally deliver. That's great. I deliver to your area for free. I could bring that to you on Monday. Does that suit you? Always arrange a day and a delivery time. Schedule a time that suits your diary. You know, remember Facebook, they don't normally get a free delivery. We're giving them a free delivery. That's why I put free delivery in capital letters. That's a big deal that they're getting a free delivery. Even people going 5 miles or 2 or 3 miles with Facebook or Gumtree, they'll charge you for delivery. But always, if I'm delivering it myself, to consolidate the sale, I make sure I've got their address, their telephone number, and the best time. So I've got I booked in when I'm delivering it. I've got their address, I've got their telephone number, and I might ask them, do you mind adding my number into your phone book? You know, there's never a bad time to ask them that. You want them to add you into their phone book on their phone, so that when you add them, you can get them into a WhatsApp group for broadcasting. We're always thinking ahead. But, you know, some people consolidate the sale. The Irish, we're always got the huge sales online, and my Irish team, Facebook, call them rather than have a conversation with them on Facebook. They'll give them a ring and consolidate the sale, get the sale. And they also call them every Friday, their online customers, to say, I'm putting an order in. Sorry, my Irish team, if that was a dreadful accent. Tell them you'll contact them before leaving, but just use this opportunity to build up a rapport. That's what the VivaMK business is built up on. Relationships, rapport with customers. But always get that address and telephone number. So that's Wednesday at 12. What's the address? That's just an example. Also, can I have your telephone case? Right, this is the way I get the telephone number. Some people don't like giving the number, but, you know, if you're ordering online, they put the name, address, and phone number in. So, also, can I have your telephone number in case I can't catch you on Facebook? And then that's when they say, do you mind adding me? You know, I'll send a wee text. Or you add me to your contact list, so when I phone you, you know who's calling. Getting them onto WhatsApp. Confirm the date and time, let them know you'll be in contact with them. This is the kind of repeat. This is what happens when you do a new training. Sometimes you repeat yourself too much and it gets edited down before it gets posted onto the training site. But it's just a bit of repetition. Is that a question? No? No. Confirm the date and time, let them know you'll be in contact before you deliver, just to make sure they're in. And once you've taken their order, then I go into what Dave was talking about earlier. That's when I say, I also have lots of more lovely products here, and I do my link so that my cover photograph opens up, you can do a link in Messenger message if you've conversation's been going. If you fancy anything else, I can bring that with your order and it will still be free delivery, or if it's a drop ship, it will still only be $3.95. In fact, it's $3.95 for as many products as you like for a delivery of 2 to 3 days, which is fantastic, isn't it, Mary? And Mary said, yes, it is. Right, now can you see my top line? Outside the lovely area. So she's saying, I live in Edinburgh. Do you deliver to Edinburgh? Is that what it says? I live in Edinburgh?
Yeah.
It's went forward a slide without me allowing it to. Right, hi Karen, and it's just going straight into this assumption of the sale, is what I do. Hi Karen, that's no problem. I can get this dispatched direct to you for only $3.95. This is for as many products as you would like. How would you like to pay via PayPal? My preferred is PayPal, and if they usually put it through friends and family, I don't ask them to. They usually do. The odd one does it, it's a business one. I'm quite happy to lose a small percentage. If not, I'll offer direct payment into my bank or credit card. Some of the team have card readers. I have the use of a card reader if necessary, but I don't have more than one. If they say, oh, I really want to pay cash, and I'm in Timbuktu, and you're in Timbuktu, that was a joke. I want to pay cash, can you get somebody to deliver it to me? Then all you can do, I want to see somebody face to face. All you can do there is see if you know somebody in the team who could deliver it around. So if it's Glasgow, I might say, Kate, is this anywhere near Frank or yourself or Ayrshire Jane? I know Jane's here pretty well. And Mary, if it was 5, Jeff, you know what I mean, so on and so forth. But generally what I find, 5 out of 10 of these, if not more, they're not genuine sales. That's their cop-out. People don't like saying, no, I don't want to buy for you, especially if you're building a rapport and you're being kind to them. So I find that they'll say, oh, can you not deliver it? I'll deal the cash in. No, they don't. No, they don't. I don't think there's anybody in the world who only still deals with cash. But I'm not to be proven wrong. But you still, in case it's a genuine sale, because I know, Kate, you've had a couple that have been genuine, give them benefit doubt, see if you can find somebody. If not, pass it on to Viva, just in case there's a customer out there not getting looked after. But always add them to your shop. Get the telephone number and ask if you could add them to your contact list. Might seem a bit silly, but we're selling a business, or not selling. We've got a business opportunity here as well as products, and just keeping that communication. If, say it was somebody in Hull and Jeff delivered it, and she's in my group, she'll still go to Jeff to buy the products, so, she's seen double the products. Right, so, where are we? Follower system. My camera's up the top. Jeff, you read that top line to me.
Yeah. Post 6 to 10 products daily in your own group.
Told you I would repeat myself, didn't I? But it was actually you that said it, so I can say it over another time. Thank you, Jeff. I put the camera up here because it's obscuring me there. Welcome post, good morning, good afternoon. Lord lifestyle, could be something funny. Interactive posts work well. Again, you get good ideas for the team, maybe after the training. If you share, now when you first get started, you can share, to be honest, you can share as many of them as you like on the marketplace, as long as you're not doing hundreds and thousands. If you put 10 products on, you could share them all in the marketplace, but I would only share 2 or 3 on the 20 groups. Does that make sense? Yep. Only 2 or 3 in the 20 groups, but the marketplace doesn't have the same footprint. But you're doing 2 or 3, and then as you build up that footprint, you're interacting more. You're doing more likes, you're doing more comments, you're doing more adverts. You're gradually building it up, so Facebook don't see you suddenly starting going whoosh. They just see it gradually building up, and that's when it becomes the more you do. Like Kate will be able to do, and Jane will be able to do, and Angela will be able to do a lot more posts than Dave will be able to do when he gets started. So they've got to get that footprint built up and just keep on. This is what my system is, by the way. It's just very simple. You know, check your notification, respond to your like, comments and sales, post something positive on your wall, like and comment on other posts, which I usually do when I'm checking my notifications. You get a lot of the killing two birds with the one stone, and the more active you are, the more ads you can post. And we're getting to the last bit, keep your group interactive. The more interaction in your group, the more people who'll see your notifications, and that's these little things with the bells. So that is why the good morning, the good afternoon, or here's a picture of the dog sitting on my neck again, and I'm at the doctor's to get a neck brace, that's Kate's dog. Or here, you know, just anything to keep it active. The whole idea of your group, it's your personality, it's your group, and you want to get people to be buying from Kate and Jeff and Lynn and Jane. And now I've started to feel guilty if I don't mention names, but I can't see everybody's. Just respond to absolutely and everything. Get the interactive post going, which means a question mark. You know, like, one of the best interactive posts I ever did was a just for fun, no prize, cutest dog competition. I got over 80 comments, me pictures of dogs on it. Kate does one with Christmas trees, I think Jane does it, you know, ask questions, but if we've got enough time at the end, that's something we can get feedback from people who do a lot of online. Product videos and demonstrations. I mean, that's activity for your group. It gets 3 more times the views, and it also, we've got loads of cleaning videos where we can actually show before and after. These are fantastic. Get the customers to post photos. Yes, of course.
The product videos and demonstrations, if you go onto the Sparkle Team page, not the group, then you can copy them and share them off the Sparkle Team page.
Excellent. After the training, Jeff, maybe you could post that into the A-team. And, just remind us that why you're posting it, for to get the videos. That's off their page, is it?
Yes,
Brilliant.
A group is a private group, but the page, anybody can share from the page.
Excellent.
That's correct, isn't it, Angela?
Yes, the pages are closed. Pages are open. I'm saying, he was asking if the pages were interactive, but I'm saying pages are normally not closed. Yep. So we can steal the videos from there. So you'll need to learn how to download them from Facebook. But thank you, Jeff, for that. It's all, there's lots in the official group and there's lots in the A-team, but I think if we go there, it's a great starting point because it's got all Sparkle Team's going to have all the cleaning products in it. So that's really exciting to know, and I'll add that to these slides actually. But get some product reviews, get customers to post the product, picture of the duvet cover. I've got the wee dog, you know the wee dog plant, it's tiny by the way. It's a lot bigger, just a bit. It is tiny, but it's gorgeous, the little dog. I've got that to post the customer in the customer's hand. It's all good for business if you're getting product reviews and customers saying, oh, I bought that and it was great. And in the box demonstrations, to those who are new, anytime you get a delivery, be it big or small, you can do a small, oh, what's in the box today demonstration. And if you want some examples of them, I'm sure your sponsor will be happy to oblige. Most people know what I'm talking about here. And parties, which is a separate training, which will be somebody in Kate's team who does the most parties, who will do a training on that for us on one of our Zooms. But parties create massive interaction for your group. sometimes you might come away from a party with £5 or £10 or £50 in sales, but the interaction and then the products going into you can put them into your group at the same time as putting them in. So that once people sometimes need to see something 7 times before they actually buy it. You know, if you probably have that a lot if you've been in sales. Videos get 3 times more. I've already said that, and go live. I've already said that. But that's me nearly finished, guys. I've made a meal out of it. Took too long. But just like I said, everything, it is a numbers game. Just like the catalogues and the sponsoring. Have set messages, and most phones, with set messages, Kate will tell you what it's called on an iPhone.
Text replacement.
Text replacement. And what's it called on the Android? Jane, do you remember? It's the text replacement.
The only thing I do is I type it out, but then I remember when I've typed out, I copy it, because I don't know where the text replacement is.
It definitely is there on your
You've got one on an Android.
On
I don't know what
Android,
it's called.
I'll find it.
Mary, what do you use?
I don't think anybody else uses text replacement as much as I do, Kate.
No,
It's an old trick.
Mary has a few copied messages, but I don't know what she's using to do it.
There's some. She's fell asleep. That's it. Well, it takes her ages to get Michael off of mute. She'll answer in about half an hour. I'm kidding, Mary. Yeah, but text replacement is what it's called.
On the iPhone, yeah.
On the iPhone. But just Google how to have a text replacement on an Android. I'm sure you'll find it. But what that means is, like, for my shop, I just put X, and that's my shop. And X something else, and that'll be my web page. X that. It saves you typing it out. But also, what I would say, if you're doing your group, if it's in, somebody's liked your product and you want to put your whole group, don't use text replacement, because I think that's how I've got a ban, because I'm doing so many so fast.
No, I do it all the time. I do it all the time.
On the comments?
Yep.
And you've never had a ban yet?
No.
And it's a whole shop group, facebook.com/group.
Yep.
All right,
As a comment, yeah. Yep.
Oh, you've never been banned? Well, Kate's been banned more than me. Maybe my ban is for
Not for that. I've not been banned for that.
Well, and that's the only thing I can think I've been banned for. And right, if you do that, that's right.
When was this? Was this week? Was this
No, that was a few weeks ago. Remember I told you to post in the groups. And ever since then, I've not been able to tag people in my recognition. I think that's a punishment that's left over from it. But anyway, just like catalogs, it's just like the sponsoring. You can have the set messages, so it's nice and quick. I've got message 1, message 2, message 3, message 4 for sponsoring, which we'll cover when we do these trainings. How often when you do a blanket drop does the customer say, I don't want anything this time, but maybe next time? Or they'll say, leave the book with me, and then you go back and there's no an order. Do we stop going? Well, we do say leave the book with me 3 times and we didn't get an order. But if we don't stop going right away, no, we work on that and we get a name in front of them again. Ask them if they're looking for anything in particular while you're conversing with them, because that's a good way to get dialect going and promote your group to them. And all it is I like to finish my trainings with the gym rowing. It's a few simple disciplines practiced daily, accumulated over a period of time, which I've not typed there, but I can't resist, I have to leave that in. Equals success. Now we can go back to gallery view. Stop share. I always hate that silence at the end of the training. I think, remember, you know what it is? I'm going back to my days when we used to do, I'm trying to think where the camera's best placed, but if I put it there, you can't see all your pretty faces. I'm going back to the days when we used to do meetings and trainings live in front of an audience. When you stop doing a training, even if it was a good testimonial, a bad testimonial, a good training or a bad training, everybody would clap, and that would make you feel that's the noise. It's not silent. It's like, was that rubbish training? Have you got any questions, anybody? Thank you, Dave. Any questions for the new people? For the people that are new, you can probably message me later and tell me if I've missed anything out. Because I'm just wanting to redo them because the Facebook changing all the time. We have to redo them, and it's not usually. It's a lot I'm active on Facebook. It's usually when I'm doing the training that I notice the more changes. Oh, that's changed, and that's changed. So the trainers on Facebook are the ones that will change the most. The rest are pretty standard. Anybody got any questions? If not, I've got questions to ask the onliners.
Well, can I just say, I dropped off my first 50 catalogues yesterday.
Woohoo! Well done, yay!
And I'm just marking them up now. I'm putting out another 150 tomorrow.
Yay!
Fantastic.
Did you pick them up? Did you say you put them out today?
I put them out today. I'm picking them up Friday. And once I'm putting out tomorrow, which is Thursday morning, I'm gonna pick up on Monday.
Excellent. That's fantastic. Good luck with your first order. But just training, always remember what I said. You might, if you didn't get an order, just keep going.
The catalogues will make you more money in somebody else's house than they ever will in your house.
Absolutely. Lovely life.
Absolutely guaranteed.
I like that.
Yeah, brilliant life.
Who did the miss? Hiya, Jane. I never said hiya because you were late. Oops, does that mean pointing out you were late? It wasn't deliberate. It wasn't deliberate. It was as What's the men that way? Hiya, Joanne. Good morning. Because you were late as well. I'm trying not to say that. I'll find a better way of saying that for the next meeting.
Did you have a nice holiday, Joanne?
Yes, thank you. Yes. Rather damp in places, but there you go. I don't know if anybody's seen me post on the. I put it in the Rhino group as well as the main VivaMK group. The comment were making me forward pay about if your books are in your own home and not in other people's, and your shop is closed.
Yeah.
So I put a small drop, only 49 books I think it was, out to customer base, like trusted. They're all trusted customer base. I've been doing it that long now, but and I got just 450. No, 500. Got it wrong with that. £546 worth of orders I came back to.
Well done. Fantastic. Well done.
And I could have not bothered.
And not got anything.
Wow. So for that's over £10 a book while you're on holiday.
Yep.
Now, that's the customer base. For anybody who's watching this video who's new, that's the kind of results, the customer base. Now, with our last company, we used to get £5 a book, the customer base. We're getting £10 a book with this company. So, to me, that is phenomenal.
I mean, a wide range of order values. I think the smallest is 350. It was the microwave steamer cleaner. Right through to the biggest order was £55.50. Bedding, lots of stuff from the new catalogues. I've got it's arrived today actually. It's all over the floor over there. The new house pros come today, which I'm quite excited about to get out to people.
Excellent.
But I was like that about, do I put the garden book out because it is coming to an end now? But you know what? Sod it, I will. I bought two of the balloon, and she's not. Well, I mean, these people have seen that garden catalogue time and time and time and time again. But because they've had it for a longer period of time, they've sat there and
read the whole thing.
A bit more. Yeah, it's like two £20 solar garden decorations, £40 order.
Excellent.
But
they don't shut the products off, right? I mean, do they? When do they shut
No,
them off?
not at all.
Because I've still got a woman who wants the frog, the woman that goes to dump wants the frog too. That just reminded me, Joanne, see, you've just reminded me of a £27 order because I've got to message her back. But yeah, I'm glad you said soda.
Yeah.
Jeff,
Can I just interrupt? I just checked my figures. Of course, I'm a digital. I've got figures. My last pickup on Monday I got £6.53 per catalogue collected. On Tuesday, I got £9 per catalogue collected.
Wow.
I picked up 31. Tuesday, I picked up 40.
That's phenomenal.
And what's brilliant about this is it's a comparatively new customer base, Jeff. That's fantastic.
Yes,
They
yeah.
haven't been buying for 20 years off you, they've been buying for maybe 2. It's great,
Yeah.
it's really brilliant, well done.
Yeah, yeah. They're fabulous catalogues. They're better than than the ones we had in the previous company, aren't they?
I think so, I think it's getting that way now.
Ever heard.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite ironic, but I'm just thinking, oh my God, I'm going back to my contact list again. I'm going back through that contact list. Abigail, you're getting asked again. Jeff.
Yeah, you asked me to put the Sparkle team details in.
Yeah, I've seen it in the chat.
Yeah, I put it on the notes and I put it in the 18 Rhino. It's waiting approval, of course.
I'll get approved by somebody that's not busy on a Zoom, but it's all of us. As soon as we're finished the Zoom, thanks for that, Jeff. So for anybody who's watching the video or anybody that's new, that's where you can get the videos that you can save and you can post them in your Facebook group, on your Facebook pages and WhatsApp broadcasts, which we've not covered yet, any social platform next door, Instagram, Twitter, or X as they call it. It might be X-Twitter, by the way, that Elon Musk is going. I think he's lost millions already in share prices. So the taste, Jesus. And it can't even be trademarked. But any social media, everything can be shared from that group that Jeff shared. Thanks very much. The questions I asked as I was going through the presentation, I can't remember. I've seen maybe somebody who does a lot online could answer that. And if Kate, can you remember any questions I said that too?
Not specifically, no.
No, neither can I. That'll come back to us. Any questions, you know, you can ask them at any time. Again, on any platform. You know, pop it into the A-team. Right?
Can I just say that your selling group is your own private space for you to interact with your customers. And Mary and our team, as you know, Lynn, has been an absolute genius in building her group over the years, to the extent where she's been able to do things for people she knows. She had a lady, a customer that was moving house, and she asked her if she could sell a couple of things locally for her. And Mary is, to this day, still the only person I've ever known who has sold a cement mixer on her selling group. Was it two massive garden lampposts as well?
I remember the cement mixer. Because I remember, like, the lamppost could have been mistaken for miniature ones in the catalogue, but the cement mixer, it was dirty. It didn't even look like a toy.
I think you sold it 10 times over
I
though.
was just going to say, you could have done it, just went mad, wasn't it?
Aye.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
But also Mary is completely meticulous about commenting on people's likes and comments and everything like that. But the other good thing about building your group organically like that is you get somebody that likes a product or comments on a product or whatever, and you reply to them and say, I've got more nice products on my group with the link or whatever, right? Sometimes it isn't the person who's commented or liked who then joins your group. Sometimes it's somebody else that saw that and thought, I've seen a couple of this lady's adverts, I really like what she's got, I'll join her group. And it's not always the person that you're interacting with that ends up joining your group and buying from you as well. So that's it happens all the time. All the time.
That's exactly. Yeah. I mean, when I was growing at an early stages, when I would put that, I used to get 4 or 5 people asking to join my group. Mm-hmm. It doesn't happen like that now so often.
Yeah.
But usually if I post it, somebody joins. I usually assume it's the person I'm commenting, but it might
not always.
And that's a really good point.
Yeah.
The other thing was just saying, agreeing that Mary had grown organically, Jane's grown our group organically. That means without competitions and asking people to add their friends in. Jane raised their wee hand. She just be polite, right? She do to the reaction.
Just to say, when you're putting the name of your Facebook group up, I find if I remove the preview, which is my photograph part of it, you get away with it.
Yeah.
More.
Well, I've always got away with it. I don't like moving the photograph because that's what attracts them in. So I would rather have the photograph there. I would never remove the photograph.
Well,
Personally.
if it was a choice between putting your group up or getting a ban, I do not
I do not think that's what got me the ban. I know what got me the ban. I did hundreds of adverts on the same day and shared my group to hundreds of folk. I do not believe it's because I show my photograph, because I've been doing that for 10 years and it's the first time I've been banned and it was too much activity. But I personally feel that sharing the link wouldn't attract people because they're not seeing the picture of pretty products. But maybe it would. Well, obviously it does, because that's how you built your group. So both work. But personally, I like to see the photograph that draws people in to get.
I've just remembered what you were asking for people to comment on at the end, and it was interactive posts.
Interactive posts.
Yep.
Right. So one out here for everybody.
And sometimes just for the sake, sometimes just for the sake of coming up with an interactive post. You might just want to put something like, if you see this post, please comment the time you saw it. It can be something as simple as that. You don't even need to put a picture on that. You just write it as text and see who replies to that. Because every single person that comments on your post in a group, the more they comment on that group, the more posts will come into their newsfeed from your group, because the more interactive they are. So something simple like, what time did you see this post, or what's the last 3 emojis on your phone, or if you go right into this, right, you'll find out that every single day of the year is nominated as a national such and such day, right? So at the moment we've got an incentive on with the company for, I think it's National Make Your Bed Day or something, and that's why there's a big incentive on it. But National Make Your Bed Day
last week, I think.
I think it's in September. I think that's why it's running until September. But you can find the most obscure, ridiculous day, like it's take a dog to work day, or it's go to the ice cream van day and buy a cone or something. It could be anything. But if you have a bit of fun with that sometimes and just put a daft thing on your group that people will have a laugh with, or the third picture in your camera roll.
You can Google it as well. You can Google it for ideas. You can just do interactive post Facebook, and you can do it with Google. Here's a good one that just popped into my head. Which movie cover do you like the best? Do you like this one or that one?
Yep.
If you like that one, then you might just buy it at the same time.
Yep. Or something like coffee or tea. Just take a vote for coffee or tea.
Why not?
I was going to say, I think people now, a lot of people are really quite savvy about when you're just wanting them to interact. So I think using something that's quite personal, and it's not contrived.
Or involves ego.
Sorry, or involves what?
Ego. I know the answer to that. That's like, I'm not like
but I think things like that, and that goes with organically building your group as well. Having said that, remember what's her name? Jennifer Meager said to get £500 in sales every week online. She wanted 8,000 people. I'm in her group. Now, that's probably because she built it by saying, ask your friends to join my group. And other ways that when people that were attracted to her group, probably for a product. But, keep that in mind when you're growing your groups. Because,
but to keep in mind the fact to get other people in. Keep going, Jane.
I was going to change the subject completely, but the other thing is, when you're delivering an order, I've done this, somebody that's 10 miles away, and you think, it's their first order, I want to encourage them to come back to my group. Okay, I'll deliver it. No.
No, I never do.
No. Because next time they order, they want you to deliver if you want them to. I even said the next time, I'll meet you halfway. Oh, I don't have a car, I think stuff it, I'll post it. Oh, you delivered it last time. I thought, oh, stupid woman. So don't
I know somebody offered me a fiver to take it to Winchborough, and I did, but she joined the business, so I signed her up into the business, into the team. But I will go a few miles, but I will charge them fuel. I will say, I'm sorry, that's like with my area, but I've got a special offer on at the moment where you can get delivery for like a couple of quid. It's now only £4, but you get it for a couple of quid, and then I can choose to either drop ship it or car.
Yeah.
But it's a few miles, no much more than that. I mean, I'm telling you, you know West Lothian, Livingston to this side the Bathgate, Bog Hall, that's about my furthest to go. I won't go to Broxburn and places like that. I'll charge fuel if I do go, because like Jane said, the first time, give them a car, tell them they work, but they will expect it every time. But my ones at a distance know that if I deliver it personally, that the next one won't be delivered personally, but you're still caught in that same trap, Jane, I think. But
yes.
I think this has been a great, what I would like after, especially when I upload it, and I might just upload this one before last week one's uploaded, because I quite like it to be uploaded when it's fresh, and we'll be talking about it, and then we can maybe get some questions, like I was asking questions to Kate and people in my mind as I was going through the training, like what sort of interactive posts. So any questions you can put below the videos, and then people who sell online, and there's a few us on here, and we'll answer, and everybody's answer might be different, because everybody, like Jane,
Everybody else doesn't.
Jane hides a picture, and I'm like, oh, no, what did you hide the picture?
Gemini. I don't have the products. I have a picture of Gemini so that they can recognise us.
Right, that's probably why you hide the picture then. I'm kidding. I understand that, but I prefer products because I think that's why they join my group, for the see the pretty products.
Anybody that wants to build a team, please remember, don't insult your team members. It kind of puts you off.
Well, that's
Especially when I'm 22
I
years.
actually said that maybe I'm wrong.
I'm only winding you up. I'm doing it well.
Can I say
Excuse
something
me,
else?
no, you can't, because I don't have the hands up.
No, the hands up.
Sorry, I don't have to answer my darling Kate, because I just made Kate nude.
No, I don't know, not at all. You need to answer that, that's me.
Okay. Jane's only winding me up. She's a wind up merchant. Angela, you put your hand up?
Yeah.
Alright.
I just wanted to know, are you able to share just the slides on the 18 Rhino group from last week and this week, please?
Anybody in the Project Clean Sweep think that we should be putting them maybe? I don't mind you having them, I can share them directly with you, Angela, that's no problem. And thinking about into the group, what do you think? Project Clean Sweep or just into the groups?
If it's part of the Zoom training that's going on to the group, then there's no reason why not. I've actually been taking screenshots, I've got most of it.
Right, so that's good, I'll just do that then. I'm happy. I just wanted a consensus. I need somebody.
If you're going to put the video training on, yeah.
I've been going to meetings and I've got to have somebody second that now. Jane's just seconded it. No, genuinely, is that what you think? PowerPoint's going into the 18? Anybody in Project Clean Sweep got a problem with that?
No, not as long as it's a general Zoom, which it has been. So
well, I didn't have a problem with it at all, but I just thought better ask them to answer. Good question, Angela. Yes.
It just helps you, it just prompts you to remember.
Yeah, and it also helps me because there's a lot of leaders here, and when you're doing a new training, because the Facebook, most of the other trainings don't need renewed, but Facebook does. Some things you miss the important bits out, or I repeat, like that one I just did there, I've repeated myself too much. So I'll maybe just edit them down a little bit. I'll just throw that one up as it is, but the next time you see it, there might be a couple of wee lines out there that's different. But yeah, I'm happy to do that, Angela. No problem.
And from last time as well, please.
Yeah, last week's as well. What I'll do though is I'll put last week's up with the video, so I'm going to re-record that. Probably straight after this too much, so I fell behind the face. It's really, I've tried 3 or 4 times, but see when you're not doing it live, it's hard to get your energy going. Like, who's going to close the meeting tonight?
I will.
Could you try last week and somebody else took over?
Well, in that case, I need to tell you some news.
Tell me.
Well, after I did my pickup last week and picked up £586, I thought I ought to go out and put some flyers. Because I said at the last week's meeting it's the time to sponsor. I put out 118 flyers last Wednesday. Wednesday evening I had a phone call back. Thursday I signed up a lady.
Yay! Well done.
Well done, Jeff.
Well done.
So the old-fashioned way works as well.
Definitely does. Was that a flyer you made up yourself, Jeff, or was it one?
No, it was one of the old Beat the Bills one, with just a phone number on.
Yeah, great. Well done.
Apparently they don't do them anymore, but you know, if I bought a whole load of them, and as I said,
So that's me just getting into my messages.
Put 118 out, got one sponsored. I thought that's not a bad rate.
Early as
100.
well done.
That's a good rate. Apparently you don't do what anymore.
Sorry?
You mean Viva Print and don't do Beat the Bills? Is that what you meant, Jeff?
Yes, I couldn't see it on the, but I've got some of the old Beat the Bills ones and the bloke in his head.
I'm pretty sure they still do it, but if they don't, they just
Would you ask for? Because I got some not so long ago.
I'm pretty sure it's there now. It's just not the man sitting like that anymore.
Yeah.
You know, the man stuck like this with the bills all around him. That was the old ones that he used to. That was but you've got to say, you've now told us that wonderful positive story. Now you've got to, it's hard for
Pause the meeting.
Pause the meeting, Jess, because that's what you've volunteered to do.
Well, yeah. What can I say? We've had another great training from Lynn, all coherent and no freezes this time, which is very impressive. And yeah, it's a great time to be in this business. We've got the best catalogues we've ever had until the Christmas one comes out, which won't be long. We're getting great sales. We're getting people who want to join.
Yep.
This is the time to be in this business.
Definitely. And next Wednesday is the end of the period, so we won't have a Zoom there, just to remind people. And we will have our regular Zoom the following Wednesday, because Michael can't decide when he's having us. So we will see you all 2 weeks from tonight with your recognition for period 8.
Okay.
Can't wait. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Lynn.
Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye, everybody.
I'm so sorry.